Hey, what's going on, everybody? Movie Phantom here, and yes, I am joined by my lovely girlfriend Maya. And yes, Thursday we are doing some new releases. We actually watched a couple new movies. One that was in theaters, and then one of them we checked out on Netflix. We'll do the Netflix one first. First one we watched was the Babadook.
I'm reviewing it Friday.
Yes, you are on your channel.
Yeah.
She'll probably drop spoilers on her channel, so this is spoiler free. Babadook.
Dook.
The basic premise of this is a single mother, reads this bedtime story about the Babadook.
No, wait. The kid
Well, I'm not
finds
giving
it.
away the plot. I'm just giving the general synopsis.
Okay, the kid finds the book.
I'm gonna punch her in the face. We're doing some domestic abuse up in here. But no, that's what I'm saying. She reads the book, and then what happens is the little boy starts claiming that he can see the Babadook. He sees the Babadook and everything else. The children's book itself is very twisted. I mean, definitely not a book you want to read to your kids, anyways. But so she thinks it's this nonsense and just whatever, and then of course she starts experiencing it as well. So, sweetie, just overall, what did you think of this?
I liked it, but it didn't look as good as the trailer.
Yeah, the trailer looked better than this.
Yeah.
What about if you can't without giving anything away? Like, what was it? What was it lacking that the trailer had? Like, what made the trailer look better?
You should see the Babadook more.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I like this movie. I heard this from other people that it was definitely going to be a lot more psychological. I wasn't that surprised like she was. She thought it was going to be definitely more like insidious or sinister, where just a lot of pop out and jump scares. So I knew it was going to be very psychological. And in fact, and she's right, you rarely do see the Babadook at all. If I had any complaints, because I'm not going to lie, dude, like, initially it's hard for me to really root for either one of them. Because, I mean, clearly you want to be on the mother and son side, but it's like the kid's just fucking weird, for one. Like, the kid's just fucking weird. Like, whenever he starts freaking out, I was like, Jesus Christ. Hit him. Just saying. I mean, he'll straighten up. So he was just, I don't know. You get on my nerves. And then the mother ain't much better, but she's like this little monster, act up. This is before Babadook's even introduced. Like, there is no Babadook yet. And I'm already just like, oh, I don't like either one of these. As it progresses, you do start the characters do kind of grow on you a little bit. What I like about it is, I guess, because, I mean, without giving anything away, it's really hard to explain the reason I don't like this movie without giving anything away. The best way I can say it is, I didn't like the ending as much. Now, I get the ending. For those out there who have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Like, I get the ending. I get the entire, concept. I get the metaphor, if you will, that is, laid on there heavy-handedly. I don't know. It just didn't set well with me. In fact, I was hoping for a very grisly, dark ending. Like, that's what I was hoping for. As I'm watching this, I'm just like, I hope it goes dark and we just end it all. We didn't get that, unfortunately. But I mean, just because I didn't like the ending, I don't want it to reflect poorly on the rest of the movie, because the rest of the movie was really good. Because you see this woman slip into, madness. Just this dark descent, as she's, you're trying to wonder, I mean, is she losing her mind? Once again, it can be interpreted as, I won't say that. Anyways, overall, I'm saying check it out. I mean, it definitely is a much watch. Everybody was raving about like it was their #1 horror movie last year. I don't think it would have been mine at all. I don't know what the hell mine would have been, but it wouldn't have been this one. It wasn't bad, though. I did enjoy it. I would like to see it again. One thing I did like about this was there was really no jump scares, and I like that. Like, and it's not that I'm against jump scares. It just seems like when they're overused, like when they're clearly just trying to it's like clearly they have nothing else up their sleeve. Like, this one actually had a good story, and what was creepy about it was creepy without needing jump scares. Like, there'd be scenes like where like she's there's a scene where she's washing the dishes. And she's looking at her neighbor through the window. When she looks back down, looks back up, there's the Babadook standing in a closet, and it's a brief glimpse. There's no added music cues. There's no startling, whatever. It's just boom. It's there, and you get a lot of scenes like that, and I liked it. I thought it played very well. Like I said, just for me personally, I didn't care for the ending, but that's just me. So really hard to do a review and not give anything away. I ain't gonna lie. So, but overall, I'm giving it a thumbs up. It wasn't, the worst way to spend a Saturday night. So, all right, and then up next, we went to the theaters over the weekend. We watched Unfriended. Basically, this girl, she killed herself, and then a year later, on the anniversary of her death, she starts stalking each of the people who, may or may not have had something to do with her death, picking off one by one. Sweetie, what do you think of
And
this
they
movie?
play games, too.
Yes, they play games.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it.
No.
And what was your reason for not liking it?
Because it's supposed to be rated R. I figured there'd be blood.
Yeah, I will agree with that.
And
That is
it was like kind of like found footage. The cameras.
It was all found footage. Yeah, it was found
Yeah.
footage. So you didn't like it was found footage and
Yeah.
not enough blood?
They didn't have any blood.
It was it was few and far between.
And it's all like staticky kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Mm-hmm.
No. Yeah, Unfriended. I was looking forward to this. I won't say I had super high hopes. I mean, you guys heard me last week when I was talking about it. I was wanting to see it, though. I knew what to expect. I knew it was going to be all found footage. In fact, 99% of this movie is basically viewing this girl's laptop, the main girl's laptop. Once again, the order in which they get picked off was no shock because they showed it on the trailer. Like, you were literally seeing them as they were deleted on the trailer. You saw them get, taken out in real life. So that was the one of the first thing that I have qualm with. The secondly is, okay, like, I get it, all right? Like, when you're a kid, bullying is a lot worse than you think it is when you're an adult. Like, I don't think any of us quite remember that time, or at least it was, vividly here. But it seemed like, this wasn't like a Carrie. In the movie Carrie, this kind of homely little girl who, has a psychotic mother and just religious freak and just wearing dirty clothes. She got picked on, and, she felt bad. Like, if I would have seen a girl like that getting picked on in this movie and then she killed herself, I'd be like, all right, more understandable. It was like a popular queen bee who was just a bitch. She was literally a cunt. So, like, what happens is she kills herself because... this ain't giving too much away. I won't. She shit herself at a party. That's all it was. She got drunk and shit herself at a party. They videotaped it. Like, that was it. Like, I literally thought, like, maybe she was, like, banging the entire fucking football team, or, I don't know, got caught doing some bestiality. Maybe she got caught touching some kids. I don't know. I figured there'd be a lot more reasons to shoot yourself than because you shit yourself at a party. Guess what? The Phantom has shit himself after drinking too much. I'm not even joking. Literally passed out in the friend's yard and then shit myself. Guess what? It was not the end of the world. I felt more embarrassed about it, but went home, cleaned myself up, and then boom, life goes on. She literally, and what happens is everybody starts jumping on there. It just seemed like the most generic fucking... Like, whenever you see, like, anti-bullying commercials on TV, like those generic ass, like, you suck, die, go kill yourself. That's what they were throwing at her. I'm like, really? And then she does it? Like, come on, really? I think if you're going to insult somebody, get personal with it. It wasn't. There was not even like a Shitty Pants McGee. Like, I would have been my go-to, like, hey, Shitty Pants McGee. But no, it was just like these generic, like, you suck, Laura, die. And then she shoots herself. And she shoots herself the dumbest way possible. She does like this thing, like, here's the gun. She does it like back here. And I'm just like, I really wish she would have like hit her face like on the side and then just fucked herself up for life. That would have been a better movie for me. It's like, way you go. Because once again, there was no sympathy there because she just seemed like a complete cunt anyways. So you didn't feel like, hey, you want her to get her revenge. But then like none of the kids really were likable either. Just a bunch of bratty fucking, I don't know. They're all just, it's definitely the crew I didn't run with in high school, I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, just a bunch of preppy little fucks, and like I said, you don't really feel bad for any of them, so you're just kind of like, I hope they get taken out. Like, the only one you kind of like, I kind of like the fat, funny one, but because he's fat and funny, he ain't gonna last, more than a third of the movie. And then basically what happens is she starts possessing you, and then you kill yourself. Now, here's where you get to the second part. The biggest problem with this. I was okay with found footage, and I knew the fact that when we watched this movie that yes, it was going to be us looking at this computer screen the entire time. And it was. You look at this computer screen the entire fucking movie. Everything she does. She, gets to check her email. She's looking at these articles, whatever. Her music, every time she goes to her music, which I thought was kind of funny because you can tell they didn't have much money for like a music budget. So like you see her playlist, and there's a lot of kick-ass songs on there, but then she took some kind of like shitty indie band because she has no money to, like the studio didn't have no money to play for good songs. Anyways, so yes, so when it comes time for her to kill, the one thing that sucked was they kept doing this thing where, you know how I said earlier with the Babadook, how there was like no jump scares? Well, this movie is pretty much all jump scares when it came to each death, but it was just done in such a horrible way. So like the first one was pretty effective. I think I maybe even jolted, like, oh shit, okay, scary, you got me. You guys cheated to get me, but you got me anyways. But then the rest of it was just like you were anticipating it every time. Because what they do is, because once again, it's perfect. You got your Skype. And for the most part, perfect vision. Every now and then, one of the computers would kind of glitch up a little bit, but not a lot. But whenever it's time to kill somebody, it would just fucking freeze up. So then you got like 7 fucking cameras going, and then one would freeze up. And then, like, they would initially kind of start yelling, but then everybody would just get quiet. And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like if I was Skyping with my friends and they get picked off one by one, I wouldn't be quiet. I'd be like, hey, oh my God, on the phone. No, they're just waiting to see what happens next, like the rest of us. And then what would happen is during this silence, which would be, there was no music. It was like Paranormal Activity, no music with the movie. Instead, you get this weird, like, loud hum during certain scenes. Like, whenever it's time to build up a scare, for any kind of prelude to a jump scare, the music, or the sound just be like, like it's building up it's just like this weird hum, which is ridiculous, by the way. But anyways, so freeze frame, and it's like someone will be like talking, or like, oh, and then freeze, but then as soon as like, you get 3 seconds of freezing, we're with a jump scare, it would cut back in the frame, but now they're like, I'm getting killed. And you're like, really? Now, like I said, the first time that happens, you're kind of like, okay, you got me. But then, it happens almost every fucking one. Like, literally, out of the, 6 deaths that happen like that, like 5 of them were like freeze frame, and then you barely saw anything. Ridiculous. It was just like, son of a bitch. The cool death, you even seen the trailer, and I thought like we'd be seeing more, but we don't. Fucking kid sticks his hand in the blender. And then at one point he takes like the thing off and like just sticks his jowls, like he's kind of fat, so he has jowls, in the blender too. It didn't matter. It didn't matter just because you didn't see it. Like literally it was just like, freeze, freeze, and then, I'm dead. I don't know. It was just, and this is like all the problems they have are just high school problems. Like seriously, like people just cheating on each other and people starting rumors about each other, and I'm just like, you guys realize you guys are being killed one by one, right? Your friends are dying right now, and you're whining because this girl sucked his dick? Who gives a shit? I don't know. To me, it just seemed like it should be the least of your problems right now. Let's just get out of this alive. But no, it was like harping on it. So, I don't know. I feel like maybe if I was a little bit younger, and by a little bit, I mean like literally if I was like 15 years old, maybe this would be like the most epic thing ever, but unfortunately it fell flat. In fact, the funny thing was, we went to the theater, there was us, there was a mother for 2 kids. I'm assuming they were both hers, I don't know. But they were like over here, and she was back here, like near us. But then there were just 2 like high school girls, right? Clearly the target audience. Like they had their old fucking cell phones out and shit, and they're just like obnoxious and laughing at stupid shit. But then like 5-10 minutes into the movie, they realize, oh no, this is all found footage, and this is what the whole movie's gonna be like. They just get out and walk out and never come back. And I was like, when your target audience gets up and walks away, you know you're in trouble. But I don't think they're sweating it, because I think the movie's literally made for like $1,000, and it's already made that back. So even though critically it got shit on, and maybe it didn't do as well as they wanted to do, they definitely made their money back and then some. So there you go. So there you go, Babadook, Unfriended. Check out Babadook. I do like Babadook. Unfriended. It's definitely. I wouldn't even say red box. I'll say wait for it to come out on TV. I mean, seriously, you ain't gonna miss much. I mean, everything you're gonna miss. There's no titties.
Or get it in the dollar section at Family Video.
Dollar section family video. There you go. I mean, I won't spend much on it. I mean, because once again, it's rated R, but it's just rated R for like language and then like a little bit of violence. Like not even much violence. Not enough violence for me, anyways. But I don't know. That's just me. So, Sweet, anything else to add?
Nope.
Nope. We're actually gonna do this review again on her channel. So, and maybe a little different because usually my attitude is different on both channels. So, who knows? Check it out. Tune in over there. See what happens. And if you want some spoilers, tune in over there. I'm sure she'll spoil the shit out of it. All right. So for Maya, I'm the Movie Phantom, and.